What's going on, guys? Sean Don here with yet another technical analysis of Samuel Udermann, a Minnesota State Mankato thrower. I've seen him a couple times. He's an all-around good kid. So let's get into the throw. All right, not bad. One more time. Cool. Alright, so starting off the winds, they're not bad. I think this spot right about here in your very first wind, when your left elbow kind of comes up super high and you kind of open up your shoulders a little bit. I think, so yes, like this hand and this elbow is so high. I'd say that if you try to keep it a little bit tighter to your body, so like if your left elbow is a little bit more across the chest, and like I like that you're trying to, I can imagine you think about kind of combing your hair, which is a good cue, but this is a little extreme, if you ask me. I'd say if you kind of brought that left shoulder a little bit more down and you were a little bit more relaxed and turned back and caught the ball earlier, you'd have a better feel for the ball a little bit. I don't know, I'd guess that maybe you have trouble controlling this position when you really try to speed it up and hit the throw. So yeah, I'd say just try to get that left elbow down a little bit to start, and make this first one really nice and easy. And then as you come around, try to let the ball come a little bit more, almost to zero. If you don't do that, you kind of lead the throw with your left side, and that's pretty much your main problem right now. So in this wind, gotta let that low point come just a little bit more to the left. Let the ball come out in front of you a little bit more, but yeah, you do a good job of turning back with it, which is great. So like your shoulders are turned back, catch the ball nice and early, but now you have to let this ball really pass you on the entry. Let it come all the way around you. What you don't quite do is you can see right here, the ball and your shoulders are kind of still pointing back here, your head's ahead of it, kind of looking at zero almost. And then you can see you're up tight in that left shoulder, your right shoulder's kind of down, your right arm is not straight, it's bent right now. It means your left arm's taking, or left side's taking doing most of the work. You run it left, and like you connect with it about there, which is decent. As you come around, here's another big problem. You step around. Boom, look at that right there. So if we go back, when the ball gets to 180, you should kind of think about stepping straight forward to it. Drive that hip to that ball, step kind of straight forward, and you'd probably be able to catch the ball right about there. Whereas now you're kind of stepping around, which is a big problem I've seen you do when I've seen you throw in meets. So you kind of step around a little bit too much, and you can even see your foot's kind of turned back to zero, and you catch the ball just maybe before 90 degrees, whereas you can maybe catch it back closer to 180 if you stepped forward into the throw. You have good patience with this. You kind of let the ball pass you before you open up that left side. You lead it just a little bit, at least with the lower body. The upper body and your head are leading way more, and I think this is kind of where it kind of exacerbates the problem. Your lower body was good through this first catch, but then your head peaks around the corner, so you can see you're turning, trying to look out there. I'm sure you're focusing on some sort of focal point, and your left side gets ahead of the ball, and you catch two, once again just a little bit behind, 90 degrees. Once again, think about stepping forward, driving that hip to the ball when it gets to 180, the high point. Step forward, stay down. You can see you're just a little heavy on this right side. That left foot's barely on the ground. And once again, that's another big problem with senior throws. Once again, it's a little heavy on the right, and then the left side kind of comes off the ground just a little bit. This right foot, I guess it's not bad. Gets a nice turn going, but you can still see here your left arm and left side is very tight. Your shoulder's kind of up in your ear. Your right arm is not totally bent, but not totally straight, which is once again a sign of that left side pulling and that dragging a little bit. Bring that left side with the ball, right side's turning. not bad here. It's just that left side looks nice and tight up there. And then one more time and going to 3. Once you get to about there, you should think about stepping forward and driving that hip to the ball, and you'd probably catch the ball a little earlier. Whereas here, once again, your best catch of the throw, but not very outstanding overall. Ideally, you should be able to catch the ball up around here on your best throws. So, yeah, but through the catch and then the push, very solid finish. When you hit a throw, you finish pretty solidly. So props to you, Sam. Your just hips come a little bit back. I'd say think about kind of turning and throwing your hips forward into the sector. You can see as the ball comes out and you kind of settle back onto this right foot, which isn't bad. You're not totally falling backwards. You stick the finish, but I think if you finish just a little bit more forward on that left side and a little bit more out, you'd get, another half a meter to a meter maybe on that finish. And you stick it and boom. I think you said this was about 55 meters in practice, and I think you just went 55, maybe 57 meters in the meet this past weekend. I don't know. But either way, you're definitely good for more. I think if you really iron out that the whole stepping forward kind of thing as opposed to kind of stepping around, especially in the first turn, that's where you do it the worst. And then if you can relax your left side and let the ball pass you, and kind of what you need to do is think about being strong in the core but relaxed in the arms as the ball comes left here. All right, you got to let the ball do its thing as it works past you. Got to kind of let go, and you don't need to be submissive to the hammer, but you do need to relax and let it do its thing rather than acting on it, which is a common mistake that younger throwers have, is that they think they always need to be acting on the ball at all times. Whereas now that I've, the farther I've gotten in my hammer career, the more I've learned that I need to just kind of relax and let the ball do its own thing. So, yeah. Overall, not a bad throw, Sam. I think I'll see you in a couple weeks here at one of these meets around Minneapolis. So, yeah, good job. Yeah, like I said, work on those things, and I'm hoping you should be able to break 60, I think, by the end of this year. I think you got it in you. Qualify for D2 Nationals, hopefully. So, yeah. All right, thanks, Sam. Good luck the rest of the season. If you guys want a technical analysis of your own, visit www.Atlas Peak Performance under the Services and Resources page. And, yeah, sign up. Quit wasting time. Start getting better. And set some PRs this outdoor season. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Peace out.